Uh, Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back for the day 2 of ISTE AICTE sponsored 6 days online refresher program on leveraging academic research on developing diagnostic kits, vaccines, and drug products for improved therapy management against deadly viruses. Lesson learned from COVID-19. I would like to take this opportunity to express our hearty welcome on our institute behalf to our guest speaker for this session, Dr. Ashok Wali sir. Welcome, sir. It's my immense pleasure to introduce speaker for this session, Dr. Ashok Wali sir. Dr. Wali sir has completed BAMS from Shivaji University, Kolhapur, MD in Dravya Guna from Pune University, and PhD in Ayurveda from Shivaji University, Kolhapur. He has published more than 20 research papers in various international, national, and state level journals. Also published 7 books related with Ayurveda. Sir has attended 21 international, 76 national and state level seminars, conferences and workshops. Resource person in 45 international, national and state level conferences of Ayurveda, botany and pharmacy. He has attended 8 international, national and state level conferences and participated in organizing that conferences in Western Ghats of Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andaman and Nepal with live demonstration of medicinal plants in forest area. He has been honored with many national and state awards, few to mention: National Award for second best PhD thesis by National Sarir Research Institute, Sandila, UP, felicitated as a guest of honor in international seminar on proactive program for neurological health by Ayurveda Academy, Pune, best teacher award by MUHS, Nasik for the year 2008 and 9, and many more. It's honor for us to have you here with us for the refresher program. So may I kindly request respected Dr. Wali sir for his presentation on Corona, Ayurveda and future. Please, sir.
As first NAC B accredited college, especially in the unaided group. My dear friends, I am going to talk on Ayurveda, Corona and future. See, the definition of the Ayurveda, you might know very well about the Ayurveda.
Hello, sir.
Is related with the plant science. So
hello.
Basically, the definition of the Ayurveda is mentioned that hitaitam sukham dukkham ayustasya hitaitam manam cha tacha yatra uktam ayurved sauchate. My dear friends, Ayurveda is totally mentioned in the Sanskrit.
Hello, sir.
And they all granthas or all sahitas are written in the Sanskrit languages. Don't worry, but I am translating that the Ayurveda is that wherein wholesome, unwholesome, and happy, unhappy life, entities wholesome and unwholesome to it, and its measures are the described. So this is what the definition of the Ayurveda. Ayurveda might be knowing that it contains 2 words. One is the Ayu and other is the Ved. Ayu means a life and Ved means a knowledge. The knowledge regarding life is known as Ayurveda. And what is the health? The definition of the health is mentioned very well in Ayurveda. But before that, the aim of the Ayurveda is very clearly mentioned that swastasya swastra rakshanam aturasya vikar prashanam, means to keep healthy person's health healthy and to cure the disease of the patient. My dear friends, there are the 2 aims of the Ayurveda.
Excuse me,
One,
sir. Hello, sir.
hello,
Sir, slides are not moving, sir.
slides are not moving.
Yes, yes, sir. Slides are not moving.
Just a minute, just a minute.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir. Yes.
it's okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay. So this is my topic: Corona, Ayurveda, and the future. Before going to start my lecture, basically I am related with the Ayurveda faculty. So, what the exact definition of the Ayurveda? The definition of Ayurveda, before going into the details, I will say you that this Ayurveda is contains two words. One is the Ayu, and second is the Ved. Ayu means a life, and Ved means a knowledge. A knowledge regarding life is known as Ayurveda. If we go into the details of the definition of the Ayurveda, that is Hita Hitam Sukham Dukkham Ayustasya Hitahitam Manam cha Tacha Yatra Uktam Ayurveda Sa Uchata, meaning that basically, my dear friends, you remember that Ayurveda is totally in the Sanskrit language. It is wrote in the Sanskrit language. And Hita Hitam Sukham Dukkham means Ayurveda is that wherein wholesome, unwholesome, happy, unhappy life, entities wholesome and unwholesome to it, and its measures are described. This is what the exact definition of the Ayurveda. In the life, what to do, what not to do, what to eat, what not to eat, what to do, what not to do, all these things are mentioned very clearly, which are related with our life. So this is what the definition of the Ayurveda is mentioned. We go the aim of the Ayurveda in one sentence. They have the definition, that is the swastasya swastarakshanam aturasya vikarpashanam. The meaning that to keep healthy person's health healthy and to cure the disease of the patient. Two aims. The first aim is prevention and second aim is the cure. To keep the healthy person's health healthy and to cure the disease of the patient. Swastasya swastarakshanam and aturasya vikarpashanam. Swastasya swastarakshanam means to keep the healthy person's health healthy, and aturasya vikarpashanam means atur means a patient, vikar means a disease, and the to cure the disease of the patient. These are the two aims of the Ayurveda. And I am very happy to mention that the world's first medical science who gave a concept, that is prevention is better than cure. If this aim I am going to translate in one sentence, that is prevention is better than cure. My dear friends, prevention is better than cure is the concept of the Ayurveda, just we mentioned in the Sanskrit language. So this is what the aim of the Ayurveda. What is the health? According to the Ayurveda, it is clearly mentioned that is samadosha, samagnicha, samadhatu malakriya, prasanna atma indriya manaha swasti iti vite. You see, it is very well mentioned of the definition of the health. Ayurveda having a four pillars. One is the dosha, second is the agni, third is the dhatu, and fourth is the mala. All should be in a balanced state. Sama that is the balanced state. Means well-balanced functional state of the dosha, agni, dhatu, and mala. And again, the second line is prasanna atma indriya manaha swasti iti vite. The first line is related with the body, and the second line is related with the mind. Prasanna atma indriya manaha swasti iti vite means our soul, our organs, our mind should be in a happy state. So, well-balanced functional state of the dosha, Agni, Dhatu and Mala, and happy state of the soul, organs and mind. This is what the exact definition is mentioned of the health from the Ayurveda, which promotes the balanced state of the psychosomatic makeup of man. I think the world's first medical science who thinks about the soul and mind. You might be aware, you might be very well known about the mind. There is a mind in the whole body. So soul and mind, this is the concept brought from the Ayurveda. So if what is the health according to the World Health Organization? Health according to the World Health Organization, what we call that is the WHO. WHO has mentioned health is a state of complete physical, mental, social and spiritual well-being and not merely absence of the disease. And see the date of the health definition mentioned by the WHO, 16 to 17th December 1977. It means the science or the World Health Organization has completed the definition of the health before 44-45 years back. And this is the difference between the Ayurveda and the WHO definition of them. And what's about the mind? Ayurveda is the only medical science who thinks about the mind. So many theories of the mind has been developed up till now, till the research is going on the mind. But according to the Ayurveda, it is just a dravya, means a substance. Mind is not only the cause of knowledge of external world like other senses, but it is also responsible for internal perception. This is very important. And all sense objects are grasped by the mind, but mind is not grasped by the senses. Mind is a superintendent of all the senses. Sense organs are there, and these sense organs are grasped only by the mind, according to the Ayurveda. Then, how the mind is? It is a very supersensual organ. What we call that is a substance. The characteristic of the mind, if you mentioned in the Ayurveda very clearly, that is Anutvam and Ekatvam, means it is an atomic dimension and its individuality. And the seat in the body of the mind is very clearly mentioned. Again, it is the brain and the heart. And the properties of Sattva, Raja and Tama. You might be knowing very well the definitions of the properties of the mind in routine daily life. We are using these words, Sattvika, Rajasa, Tamasa, like this. These things are related with the mind. And what are the functions? Functions of mind, that is the Chintya, means the thinking. Vicharya, that is the consideration. Puya, that is the speculation. Deha, that is the concentration. Indriya Graha, that is the control of sense. Sankalpa, that is the determination. Swanigraha, that is the self-control. Yaktinchit Mano Deham, that is the miscellaneous. My dear friends, these all things related with the mind are mentioned in the Ayurveda. It's the supersensual, the characteristic, the seat of the mind, the properties of the mind, and the functions of the mind. All things are mentioned. Till modern medical science is not expected mind. But they started the psychiatric branch. And what's about the soul? Soul is too long to modern science. Just this is what mentioned in the Ayurveda. Ayurveda, a knowledge system of the healthy and happy life. 8 branches of Ayurveda. What we call that is Ashtanga Ayurveda. Ashtanga, Ashta, that is the 8. Anga, that is the branches. Ashtanga Ayurveda. 8 clinical specialties, what we call that. There is the Kai Chikitsa, means the internal medicine. Balarog, that is the pediatrics. Graha, that is the psychiatry. Shalakya, that is eye and ENT. Shalya, that is surgery. Visha, that is the toxicology. Vajikara, that is the geriatrics. And Rasayan means the rejuvenation. And what's about the Ayurveda? The basic concept of the Ayurveda saying, go for the cause, then see the effects and go for the management. There is a holistic management of the Ayurveda is there. There is a purification, there is the oral medication, there is the concept of diet, there is a lifestyle management, yoga and meditation, which is related with the Ayurveda. This is what the holistic approach, what we call the Ayurveda, or what we see the holistic management. So if we see the strength of the Ayurveda, it is, if we see the strength of the Ayurveda, comprehensive definition of the health, acceptance by the community, emphasis on the promotion of health, prevention of diseases, importance of the diet and lifestyle, holistic concept of the health, individualist approach, universal approach, stress on public health and unique therapies approaches. So, my dear friends, these are the strengths of the Ayurveda. Now, what is the so? It is a promotive, it is a predictive, it is a participatory, and it is the curative. Remember, my friends, these what's about the Ayurveda is. To the point, that is the COVID-19 mentioned as the pandemic diseases by the World Health Organization. But in Ayurveda, is any pandemic disease are mentioned? Yes. So many pandemic diseases are mentioned in the Ayurveda. What we call that is a Sankramik Roga. Sushruta was the first author to give a description about the Sankramik Roga, or what we call that is the communicable diseases. My dear friends, you might be heard about the Charaka, Sushruta, Vagbhata. These are the main authors of the Ayurveda. Oh, he explained, Sushruta explained that Kushta means one of the skin diseases, Jwara, that is a pyrexia, Shosha, Netrabhishanda means a conjunctivitis. So many diseases are mentioned, and these diseases can be transmitted from infected person to the others. It is very clearly mentioned under the Sankramak Roga in the Sushru Samhita. And what are the means of the transmissions? There are so many means of the various means of the transmission. One is the prasangat, means a constant close intimacy with the patient. You see, which is just related with the COVID-19, what we say. That is the prasangata, means a constant close intimacy with the patient. Gatra samsparsha, that is a frequent touch with the patient. Just you touch the patient. That is the on and on, frequent. That is the gatra samsparsha, what we call. Niswasa. It is very important. Inhaling the expired air of the patient. Saha bhojana, that is eating together with the patient. Saha shayya asana, sleeping and sitting together with the patient. And vastra, mala, anulepana, meaning wearing of the clothes of the patient, wearing of the garlands of the patient, using the paste of the patient. These all various means of transmissions are mentioned clearly in the Ayurveda. And these various modes of transmissions are also the cause of the spread of the pandemic COVID-19. These are the, so this is very important. And one more thing, that is the Janapada Dhaunsa. What is the Janapada Dhaunsa? It is made of the two words, that is the Janapada and the Dhaunsa. Janapada meaning the mass of the people, huge amount of the people, and Dhaunsa means a destruction. When a large population gets affected with the disease, resulting in their mortality, then it is said to be a Janapada Dhaunsa. You see, two different meanings are there. One is the Sankramik Roga, that is the communicable diseases, the concept of the communicable diseases, and other is the Janapada Dhaunsa, meaning the large population gets affected with the disease, resulting in their mortality. Then it is said to be a Janapada Dhaunsa. And my dear friend, Charaka has included a separate chapter of the Janapada Dhaunsa. Sushruta also given the word Maraka, and the Bhel Samhita, Bhel has referred it as the Janamara. Janamara, Jana, that is the whole persons, and Mar means to destruction. So this is what the Janapada Dhaunsa. Remember two words. One is the Sankramik Roga, that is the communicable diseases, and other is the Jalapadadons. These are the words mentioned in the Ayurveda. And what are the various means of the Jalapadadons? So many means of the Jalapadadons. We have seen already the means of the transmission of the diseases, but also the various means of the Janapadadons. There is a Vayu, that is the air, Jala, that is the water, Desha, that is the reason, Kala, that is the time. So these are the four major means of Janapadadons. Let us go into the detail. First of all, the Vikrut Vayu means the vesicated air, what we call. The vesicated air is not in accordance with the season, is polluted, containing the smoke, fumes, so many things are there. And because of this, Vayu should be vesicated. Causes various disorders like difficulty in breathing, asthma, allergies, respiratory tract illnesses, and more. So because of the vesication of the Vayu, these things will be happen, acts on the body. Next is the Vikruta Jala, that is the vesicated water. You might be knowing all the rivers are vesicated now, because we know we throw the plastics and all these things into the water, and water should be vesicated. The continuous dumping of untreated chemical waste into the rivers, ponds, has caused to vesication of not just the land water, but also in the groundwater. My dear friends, we are vesicating water not only in the land water, but also groundwater we are going to the visit. There is a change in smell, color, and taste of water, which has become unfit of the consumption. You see, some color may be blackish or reddish like this. The taste is not possible to take that water. And again, the smell, particular smell of the dumped water, we may know it very well, become unfit for the consumption. And the aquatic animals, for example, fish and other things, are gradually evolving to situation in the unwholesome environment. And what I think the disease coronavirus outbreak is said to have occurred in the wet market of the Wuhan, China. This is my opinion. So, Vikruta Jala or Vikruta Vayu, these are two important points. Again, two important points are there, that is the Vikruta Desha. The vegetation land has abnormal changes in color and smell. You see, because of this urea and phosphate, all chemical things, the land is totally vegetated. So the change of the color of the land, the change of the smell in the land is totally fine. So vegetated land has abnormal changes takes place. The land is full of serpents, wild animals, flies, rats, etc. Is full of fallen, dried, damaged crops. The herbs and the plants grown in such a land are either unhealthy or the less potency. This is what going on because of the climate change, because of the land, vegetation of the land. And there is a constant flooding, constant earthquake, constant natural calamities occurring around the land. Why? So many things are there. And last, the very important, that is the Vikruta Kal, that is the time. The abnormal seasons, like the extreme summer in the summer season, appearance of rain in a spring season, cold season, etc. You might be heard, no? In December, there is a heavy rain in Maharashtra. Why? This is what the change in the, this is the signal of change in the seasons. In India, three seasons are very important. One is the summer, second is the winter, and third is the rainy. And among all these four major factors of the Janapadadamsa, the Kal is said to be most superior. This is change in the season that is very important. And this is one of the major factor of the Janapadadamsa. corona, which is related with the respiratory system. You mind knowing very well, it is related with the respiratory system. And so, the role of Pranavasrotas, that is the role of the respiratory system according to the Ayurveda. The respiratory system is known as a Pranavasrotas in Ayurveda. This is in the Sanskrit language. Again, so Charaka has mentioned the cause of symptoms of vitiated Pranavasrotas, that is prolonged and obstructed respiration. You see how the symptoms are mentioned of the vitiated Pranavasrotas. Prolonged and obstructed respiration, frequent respiration and associated with the pain and sound. There is a pain, there is a sound in the chest. So these things are clearly mentioned which are related with the respiratory system. And various disorders occurring due to vitiation of the Pranavasrotas are there. Kas means a cough, Swas means asthma, Hikka, that is the hiccup, Rudrog, that is a heart disease. So many things are mentioned. These are the various disorders which are related with the vitiation of the Pranavasrotas. The patient infected with the coronavirus develops the difficulty in a breathing at the end stage, which sometimes results in the mortality. And this severe difficulty in breathing can be correlated with the Chinna Swasa, which is mentioned in the Ayurveda. That is one of the conditions which is related with the respiratory system, Chinna Swasa. So difficulty in breathing, that is very important. And this particular symptom is related with the coronavirus. What is the role of the Rasavasrotas? Improper and unhealthy diet, fast-paced world, and the technology has contributed to the increased stress level of the population. There is a stress which is increased now. This further has made a susceptibility of emerging the viral diseases. According to the Ayurveda, there is a vitiation of the Rasavasrotas which leads to anorexia, tastelessness, nausea, heaviness of the body ache, fever, etc. People who takes excessive stress and tension among the excessive heavy and cold food develops the vitiation. Means fever begins in important symptoms of the COVID-19. The role of Rasavasrotas cannot be neglected because all the symptoms of coronavirus are related with the vitiation of the Rasavasrotas. Again, according to the Ayurveda. So this is what important is the role of the Agni. Digestive fire. Up to cell level, there is a digestion. According to the modern science, yes, there is a digestion. But without fire, there is no digestion at all, according to the Ayurveda. What we call that is the Agni in Sanskrit. Agni plays a chief role in Arogya and life. That is the disease-free state. It is clearly stated in Charaka Samhita that the proper state of Agni is responsible for the Bala, Arogya, Ayu, and the Pran. Means the power, the health, the longevity, and the respiration. You see, this is also related with the respiratory system. In its normal state, it is responsible for the Ayu, means a longevity, Varna, that is the color, complexion, what we call skin complexion, like this, Bala, that is the power, Swasthya, that is the health, Ussaha, that is the freshness, Upachaya, Prabha, that is the luster, Ojas, that is the immunity. These are the things which are related with the Agni. Functioning of the body is developing on the Agni. When the Agni is diminished or exerted, the person attains death, and in the equilibrium state, it helps to attain the long and the healthy life. Once the Agni is closed, human being will attain to death. And if it is in the equilibrium state, if it is in the proper state, it helps to attainment of the long and the healthy life. This is what the role of the digestive fire in coronavirus also. And most important point, very golden word, what we call that is the immunity, role of Vedic Shamatva. Vedic Shamatva is the Sanskrit word which is related with the immunity. The word Vedic Shamatva, Ojasa, Bala are often correlated with the immunity according to the Ayurveda. It is defined as the resistance toward the disease. It can be correlated to the antibodies produced in the body. Chakrapani, the critic of the Charaka, Chakrapani has explained in two forms. One which attenuate the manifestation of the diseases and the other which prevents the manifestation of the disease. You see these two types of the immunity mentioned by the Chakrapani. The quality of the dhatu produced in the body determines the intensity of the Vedic Shamatva. If the dhatus are weak, the ability to defend against the disease will be low and the person will soon develop the disease because the immunity is low. Ayurveda can play an important role to make immunity system strong, the risk of the disease worsening and the mortality. This is a separate branch mentioned by the Ayurveda. That is what we call that is the immunity. Temperature, or what we call that is the pyrexia. It is converted into Sanskrit, that is the jara. There are two types of jara are mentioned which are correlated with the coronavirus. That is the Vata-Shleshmik or Sannipati jara. The symptoms of the Vata-Shleshmik jara mentioned by Charaka includes the Shirorup, that is a severe headache, Pratishaya, that is the cold, Kas, that is cough, Santapa, that is irritation, Tandra, that is a giddiness, and Parvaruk means a joint pains. These all symptoms are mentioned, a typical type of the jara, or what we call that is the pyrexia or the temperature. And another kind of jara can be correlated to the corona. The symptoms of this type of the jara, which includes the headache, difficulty in breathing, anorexia, and vomiting. And I think these symptoms which are mentioned in Ayurveda, especially this type of the pyrexia, these symptoms are closely related to the symptoms of the COVID-19. So it starts from the common cold, then it's come to the cough, fever, then shortness of the breath, then so many complications we'll see there in the loss of smell, loss of taste, chills, vomiting, rashes on the body, muscle aches, so many things are there, or so many complications are there. All these symptoms are seen in the coronavirus 19. So this is what exactly coronavirus are, a large family of viruses that cause illness, ranging from common cold to the more severe disease. It starts just with the common cold and it converts into the more severe diseases. The World Health Organization had announced that the COVID-19 is a pandemic. What we call that is a Sankramika Roga. First of all, the incubation period, 2 to 14 days, onset of symptoms, average 5 to 7 days, acute onset of low and to moderate grade continuous fever, and the symptoms are cough, dysphonia, fever, myalgia, headache, sore throat, loss of smell, loss of taste, diarrhea, abdominal pain, and anxiety. These are the symptoms. And what are the signs? That is the tachypnea, decreased oxygen saturation, multi-organ involvement. This is the last stage of the coronavirus, what they have mentioned. You see, the COVID-19 management principle is like this. First of all, we have to prevent the virus. That we have to take focus the prevent the virus, that is the preventing the virus entering to our cells. Second is stopping its replication if it gets inside the cells. And third is reducing the damage that occurs to our tissues. These are the three stages. Ayurveda, in first stage, there is a prophylactic measures. Second, symptomatic Ayurveda management. And third, restoration through Rasayana, means immunity. So these are the three steps to manage the COVID-19. What is about the prevention? Swasthasya Swastharakshanam, to keep the healthy person's health healthy. This is what the basic aim of the Ayurveda. So preventive of Ayurveda, there are five points, the preventive measures for COVID-19 also. One is the Dinacharya, what we call that is the daily regimen. Second is the Rutucharya, what we call that is the seasonal regimen. Third is the Sadhuta, that what we call that is the good moral conduct. Fourth is the Rasayan. Just the terminology I have mentioned, it is immunity, or what we call that is the today's science, that is the antioxidants. And second, fifth is the Vyam, means exercise. First of all, the Dinacharya as preventive measures of COVID-19. If one follows the Dinacharya regularly, then it brings beneficial effects on the proper functioning of the body, thereby maintaining a state of equilibrium of the Tridosha, Dhatu and Mala. You see, daily regimen is very important. We have to follow the daily regimen, and it also improves the power of digestion. If you follow the daily regimen regularly, automatically it improves the power of digestion, helps to attainment of the present state of mind, soul and sense organ. Also, it is very good for the state of mind, soul and all sense organs. It maintains a good health which required to achieve a long life. If the daily regimen mentioned in the Ayurveda we follows, we will achieve a long life at all. One basic thing, the concept of the Dinacharya Adhyaya is started with the Brahma Muhurta Uttishta. What is the Brahma Muhurta? Brahma Muhurta Uttishta. At what time we have to wake up, or what time we have to start our daytime. That is the Brahma Muhurta. And Brahma Muhurta is that, my dear friends. You see, Brahma Muhurta means 2 hours before the sunrise. Means in India, if you see the sunrise is between 6 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. Before 2 hours we have to wake up. Means 4 to 4:30 a.m. we have to wake up and we have to start the day life. That exposure of bright sunlight in early morning helps in release of serotonin of well-being and the happiness. This is what the research of the modern science. Why we have to wake up on Brahma Muhurta? Because it releases the serotonin of well-being and happiness. It keeps the person active and alert, and neurotransmitters biochemically derived from the tryptophan, which creates the feelings, helps to create the natural immunity. Helps to create a natural immunity. If you start the day at the time of the Brahma Muhurta, naturally immunity will increases. And other one research has already done. Early in the morning, there is a layer of the ozone, and the ozone having the capacity to increase the immunity naturally in the human being. And the concept of the ozone is like this. When sunset is there, after sunset, it starts to come on the ground. And before sunset, it goes up and up and up. So, and this is the time, if you wake up early morning in the 4 to 4:30 a.m., there is an ozone layer, which helps to increase the human immunity power. So this is what the concept of the Ayurveda. Second is the Dantadhavan, toothbrushing. That is very important for the oral cavity. It stimulates the taste perception and increases the salivation. Saliva contains the lysozyme and secretory AGA, which acts as the antimicrobial agents. Don't use any ready-made toothpaste. But again, I am repeat, don't use any ready-made to spread. Just use sticks of the neem, khadira, jambu, karvira, etc. Neem, that is the Azaretica indica. Khadir, that is the acacia. Jambu, that is the Syzygium communis. Karvir, that is the Nerium indica. So many plants, the list of these so many plants are mentioned in the Ayurveda for the toothbrush. Earlier used method of the Danta Dhawan includes the neem stick, which are antibacterial, antiviral, anti-parasitic, anti-inflammatory, anti-carcinogenic, antioxidant, immunoregulation. You see, one plant, one neem stick, what will do it? So this is what exact the Danta Dhawan Vidhi is mentioned in the Ayurveda. One more important thing which is related with the COVID-19, that is the Gandush and Kaval. We have to daily routine, we have to do the gargles. Take 2 tablespoons of the lukewarm tilak tail or other medicated oil in the mouth and hold it for the few minutes known as the Kaval. Just hold the medicated oil in the mouth. Just hold it for few minutes. That is what we call, that is the Kavala according to the Ayurveda. And take 2 tablespoons of the lukewarm tilatela or other medicated oil in the mouth and make gargles known as the gandush. Kaval is different, gandush is different. Gandush means a gargle. Kaval means just for 5 to 10 minutes hold the medicated oil in the mouth. That is what we call, that is the kaval. It clears the bacteria, viruses from the oral cavity, takes the toxic substances and prevent entry of the viruses from the oral cavity. Why we are still wearing the mask? This is the reason. Because all viruses, they enter through the oral cavity or the nasal cavity. So this is very important in daily routine, daily regimen. We have to do gandush and kavala of medicated oil or at least lukewarm water. That is also one. This is one most important. Grah dhupan. You see, dhupan means a fumigation. In a whole house, we have to fumigate. Of the house every evening with the antimicrobials such as neem leaf, sarshapa leaf, nirgundi leaf, lovan, so many things are. Since long back it is already going on, but now it is stopped. So these are the things which having the antimicrobial properties. Also, uses of Abiradita means one of the major plant, that is the Clitoria ternati. This is the climber. Dhumachurna, as per availability, can be adopted. It having a very good properties. So this is what at the evening, each and every house we have to fumigate along with these medicinal plants, part of the plants, or what we call, that is the powder of the plants. May use karpura, also may use lovan. So many things are there. That is, we fumigate to use the antimicrobial activity. Rutucharya, second point, that is the Rutucharya. India is the only country having a 3 seasons of every 4 months, each 4 months. That is the summer, winter and rainy. And so we have to follow the seasonal regimen. Change in nature should be change in human being. If human being not correlated with the change in the nature, it is very bad for the human being. So this is what exactly means. First of all, the diet. Special diet is mentioned in the Ayurveda as per seasons and as per Prakriti means a body constituent. Each and every season we have to change our diet because which affects the body. How to prepare the diet is also well mentioned in the Ayurveda, which acts on the body properly. Viruddha Anna Sevan, what is that? Is the incompatible food is one of the cause to create the disease. This diet should be suitable in a particular seasons, which helps to keep the health healthy. In country like India, there are so many festivals having a typical festival food related with the seasons. For example, there is a Makar Sankranti, there is a Gudi Padwa, there is a Nag Panchami, there is a Bhogi. So many festivals are, especially in the Hindu religions mentioned. And the diet of the particular festival, a particular season, that is very important. Remember it. Use the crops or fruits for food which comes in your area or the origin. If you stay in the Kolhapur, if you stay in the Maharashtra, then you have to use the crops or the fruits which are available in that region. That is also important. For example, I am eating a save. Ayurveda is not agree with it. If the Maharashtra people taking a save, it is not useful. And the Kashmiris, if you take a hapus mango, they are not useful. So this is what the concept of the Ayurveda. If you are living on a particular region, you take the crops or the fruits which comes on that in that particular region. If suitable diet is taken in a particular seasons, natural immunity will be increased. Naturally, the immunity will be increased. Suitable diet plays very important role to increase the immunity in the human being. Concept of the Ritu Shodhana. Internal body purification and the seasonal body purification. In Ayurveda, there is a concept of the dosha, Chaya, Prakopa and Prasham. Chaya means the accumulation of the dosha, Prakop means the vegetation and the aggravation of the dosha, and Prasham means the palliation or the atopacification according to the season. Mithya are dosha prakopaka ahar vihar. During the dosha prakopaka rutu may aggravate the concerned dosha, and thus there is no atopacification of the prashamana process. So there is a need of the internal purification, internal body purification. This leads to production of diseases related to the prakopita dosha, and simultaneously a state of the ojakshaya, that is the low immunity, is there, which may promote the secondary infection like COVID-19. So remember, my dear friends, this is the basic concept of the virus. Only Ayurveda is a science which thinks about the internal body purification method. Is it necessary? Yes, it is necessary, because the effect of the seasons on the body, on the particular season, the particular dosha will increase. On the particular season, the particular dosha will decrease. So because there is a variation of the doshas and which develops the diseases. So seasonal body purification is a daily regimen, seasonal regimen is there mentioned in the Ayurveda. What to do? Not exactly regular detoxification. What we call that is a Ritu Shodhana. That in Vasanta and Chaitra there is woman, means the vomiting. Sharad and Kartik there is a viration, means to form a loose motion. Sharad and Kartik, that is the Rakta Mokshan, to bleed out. And Pravurta Shravan, that is the Basti, means the enema. These are the four major karmas which are mentioned in particular season that we have to take this Panchakama. So this is what exactly I do. And the fourth is the Sadbuddha. That is a good moral conduct. My dear friends, these good moral conducts are very important in related with the COVID-19. Even in the ancient times, proper hygienic parasites were given due to the importance. Various principles discussed under the Sadbuddha included: one, should clean the excretory passages and feet and hands frequently. You see, not only hands, feet also. One should clean the excretory passages, means anus and all these things, and feet and hands frequently. One should not consume the food without washing their hands, feet and face. One should not consume the food without washing the hands, feet and face, or without cleaning the mouth. Similarly, one should not indulge in yawning, sneezing, or laughter without covering the mouth. You see, and the idea behind the consuming food after the proper cleaning of the hands, face, and covering the face while sneezing, yawning, laughing, etc., can be correlated with the current parasite to avoid the spread of infection, viral diseases like COVID. Don't sneeze, don't laugh, don't yawn. What will happen? The COVID will be spread. But this is already mentioned in the Ayurveda under the heading that is the Sadvrut. Sad means a good, Vrut means a character, the good character of the human being, good moral conduct. What is say that is important. And fourth is the Rasayan. This very big concept mentioned in the Ayurveda, which is related with the immunity. A Rasayana is herbal preparation designed to regenerate the body, mind, and the self at the deepest possible level. You see, my dear friends, it is new concept mentioned in the Ayurveda. The Rasayana helps in attainment of the longevity, intellect, enhance the retention power, and the youthfulness. You see what will happen with the Rasayana. It is a longevity, intellect, enhance the retention power, and the youthfulness. Rasayana acts as an antioxidant, anti-stress, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, vaccine adjustment, and confirm immunity against the disease. The overall physical strength of the sense, luster, speech is also improved. So this is what the functions of the Rasayana. So many types of the Rasayana are mentioned in the Ayurveda. But I will go for the 1, 2, 3 Rasayana types. That is the karma. Meaning the karma means to achieve some specific desire or purpose, like for improve of the longevity, that is the ayush, or enhance the brain function, that is the major, to slow down the aging process, that is the vayastapana, to improve the function of the body tissue, that is the dhatu and its channels, and improving the sensory functions. You see, this type of the Rasayana helps to increase the longevity, enhance the brain function. You see, to stop or to slow down the aging process. What are the concepts? Wow. These are the concepts mentioned in the Rasayana in Ayurveda. Another one type of that is the Ajasrik Rasayana, which can be part of our day-to-day lifestyle. These can be used regularly for improving the general health and the immunity of the individuals. For example, use of milk and ghee like this. Natural milk, natural ghee, that is very important. Not this prepared milk or prepared ghee like this. That is very important. If you take a daily milk, if you take a daily ghee, automatically Rasayana work will be happen and it convert into the immunity of the individuals. And Naimitika, this type of Rasayana is used for the treatment of the disease by using the specific formulations. We have to do the specific formulations of the plant, origin material. This is definitely the curative aspect of the Rasayana Chikitsa. For example, use of Agasti Rasayana in chronic respiratory disorder. This is what the Rasayanas are, types are mentioned. Specification of the Rasayanas are also mentioned in the Ayurveda. What is the action of the Rasayana? Rasayana acts to the various ways, like it improves the microcirculation and it produces optimum quality tissue in the body. It also increases the strength of the Agni, what we call that is the digestive fire, and removes the waste product from the body. It works as the antioxidant, anti-stress, and the anti-anxiety as well. This is what the action of the Rasayana is. And last is the exercise, what we call in Sanskrit, that is Vyayam. Naturally, if you do the daily exercise, it increases the oxygen supply to the remote tissues. Up to remote tissues, there is oxygen supply because of exercise. The perspiration takes out the accumulated toxins from the body. And as per Ayurveda, Viruddhahar, already mentioned in the diet, does not affect one of the practices of the exercise day. You eat anything. If you go for the exercise, automatically it will digest. So there is a yoga, asanas, and the dhyana. Exercise and the meditation, daily practice of yogasana, pranayam for at least 30 minutes to maintain the balance of the metabolism, increase the flexibility of the body, increase the muscle strength and the tone of the body. There is a weight reduction and there is a cardiocirculatory health. This is what the what we call, that is because of yoga and asana like this. And Kapalabhati and the pranayama. These two yogas are related with the respiratory system. Kapalabhati is one of the most popular types of the pranayam, wherein a person takes a long held breath and then exhales in short intermittent bursts. And alternate nostrils, what we call, that is the anoloma and viloma gati. Breathing is another easy exercise, which is related with the respiratory system. This is very important. And important yoga and the pranayam during COVID. That is the Ujjayi breathing, wherein you take a long breath, first filling up our stomach and then the chest. While one inhale, the stomach is the first to go, to followed by the chest. This facilitates maximum oxygen retention by the body because of this. And breathing retention in another type of the pranayam that helps the straightens the lung capacity. It increases the capacity of the lung. Inhale a deep breath and the hold for as long as you can. This ensures the greater oxygen supply and the absorption. There is a need of the oxygen up to each and every cell. For that, this is very important. And most important thing is the internal body purification concept, mentioned only and only in the Ayurveda, not in any other medical sciences. This is the most important concept. Rather, this is the basic concept of the Ayurveda. No any other medical sciences having this concept. What is the Panchakarma? Pancha means the five, karma means the function. Five detoxification processes are called as the Panchakarma. One is the image, woman, that is the medicated emesis, viration, that is the medicated purgation, basti, that is the medicated enema, nasha, that is medication through the root of the nose, and rakta motion means the blood letting. These five important panchakarmas which helps to body a disease-free life. The panchakarma therapy minimize the chances of the recurrence of the diseases and promotes the positive health by the regenerating body tissue and the biopurification. This is what the panchakarma is. Five panchakarmas, pramana, viration, nasya, basti, and rakshamakshan, that I have already mentioned. And this is what the prevention aspect of the panchakarma. The preventive aspect of panchakarma may be applied as a part of the dinacharya, rutucharya, and in the management of the vega dharana janya. Abhyanga, snehana, matra basti, karma, purana, etc. That is the oil into the air, oil into the nostrils. These are the very important medicated types mentioned in the dinacharya in the specific seasons. The major part of the preventive aspect of the panchakarma is rutushadra, that I have already mentioned, on which karma should be done. Research on the effect of the panchakarma. So many researchers on the panchakarmas are already worked with the help of the modern sciences. A recent body on the cellular effect of the panchakarma revealed the changes in several metabolites across the many pathways. A significant reduction in 12 phosphatidyl cholines and other metabolites, including the amino acids, biogenic amines, acylamitin, glycophosphorylates, and sphingolipids were observed in the Panchakarma group. The significant alterations in a plasma metabolites are considered with the metabolic changes in the gut microbiota and the host metabolism of the promote the general health and the well-being. And lastly, the Panchakarma therapies ensures rapid blood circulation, continuous cerebral blood flow, and reflex of toxic matter through the increased lymphatic drainage. These are what the modern researchers related with the Panchakarma already done. And the promotive aspect of the Panchakarma is, Acharya Sushruta stated that Shodhana, that is the detoxification of the body, is essential before the administration of the Rasayana therapy. Before going to the Rasayana therapy, internal body purification is very important. Without internal body purification, there is no Rasayana therapy at all, no use at all. Just a dirty cloth does not take up any new color or dye. Similarly, when the srotas or channels in our body are not clean, therefore, filled with the vegetation dosha or toxins, maximum benefits of the Rasayana therapy cannot be achieved. So, most important thing is there is a need of the internal body purification. Thus, after the Shodhana process, Panchakarma body is purified and fit for the use of the Rasayana therapy. It also gives clarity to the intellect and the strength to the senses. There is a formation of the stable dhatus and increase of the digestive fire, what we call that is Agni. And what are the curative measures? Again, diet related with the COVID-19. Wholesome food including the 6 tastes. Madhura, Amla, Lavana, Katu, Kashaya, Tikta. That is a sweet, salty, all these things are mentioned. 6 types of the rasas are there. You see, don't eat full stomach. So just 50% you have to take the food, 25% you have to take a liquid, and 25% space should be remain for the functioning or what we call the digestion of the particular food. Free. So this is what exactly the concept of the Ayurveda. What we eat, when we eat, and how much we eat, that is very important. Very simple food is sufficient to manage our health and the body. That is important. Some spices, you might be knowing very well, some spices like haldi, jira, dhania, what we call that is the coriander or lasun, that is the garlic, are recommended in the cooking. India is the only country where the food is cooking. Very wonderful preparations, how to cook the food. It is also the methodology of the cooking of the food is also mentioned in the Ayurveda. Kitchen is the primary pharmacy. Spices are the best medicines. It can act as a medicines to prevent the infections when used in the right quality and the quantity in a daily cooking. It should be used in the right quality and the quantity. That is very important. Again, which vegetables we should use? The preferable vegetables are the shigru, shoga, what we call that is the moringa oleifera, sahijani in Hindi, karvillak, that is karela. In Marathi, it is known as the karle, potol, mudga, patha, vastuka. All these vegetables should be useful, which are related to with the respiratory system or which are related to stop the coronaviruses. That is, these are the things. Restrict using of the sweets and food which is heavy to digest. Sweet, which is very heavy to digest according to the Ayurveda. So restrict the use of the sweet, and also advise not to use a chilled, fried, oily, fermented food items, cold and refrigerated food or beverages. This is unhealthy food. That is very chilled, fried, oily, fermented, just like the idli, dosa, uttappa, on and on, again and again, it should be avoided. And especially the refrigerated food or the cold food, beverages should be avoided. Ayurveda, immunity boosting measures for the self-COVID-19. There is a nashra, there is a gargle, there is a stimulation, there is a yoga, there is a golden milk, and there is. So these are the things which helps to prevent the COVID-19. That is these are the general measures. Drink warm water. Drink warm water. Hot liquid is considered to be superior to the cold liquid in the management upper respiratory tract infection. What we call that is the UTI. This is the warm water or the lukewarm water, at least we have to drink. Golden milk, you might have heard about the golden milk, that is the haldi doodh. Half tablespoonful haldi, that is the turmeric powder, in 150 ml of the hot milk once or twice a day. Haldi, that is the turmeric, is found to be highly beneficial in boosting immunity and preventing the infection. This is what it comes from generation to generation. Haldi doodh, that is very important, especially in this COVID-19 period. Steam inhalation, fresh pudina, or what we call that is a mint leaves, or ajwan, that is the carve seeds, can be used along with the water once in a day. It should be especially done during the dry cough or the sore throat. If sore throat or the especially just the cough is started, immediately you have to go for the steam inhalation with the ajwan or the mint, what we call that is the pudina like this. And nasho, that is the medicated oil, should be put in the nostrils. Daily nasal application of the 2 drops of the sesame oil or the coconut oil or the ghee in both the nostrils. Pratimarshanasya, in morning and evening. It is advised to use daily, essentially before leaving home and before sleeping. Take 1 to 2 drops of the Anu Taila, that is the market name of the Nasha Taila, on the finger and put in our both of this. And Anu Tail acts as a physical and the physiological barrier for the foreign bodies or the microorganisms inside. These can be preventive layer from the entry of the precautions of the virus, like the biomasks when used regularly. This is very important. Target groups and the treatment. The target group 1, that is the quarantine and the home isolation subject without corona positive tests and the healthy workers of the patient, preventive treatment. Target group 2, subjects with the mild severe symptomology or the comorbid condition, curative and the symptomatic line of treatment. And target 3, the target 3 is the unvulnerable subject, that is the pregnant and the lactating women, children, geriatric subjects. Integrated care, that is the Ayurveda management along with the exciting medicines under the regular observation. And target 4, post-treatment resuscitation healthcare, that is the treatment for the recovery and the rejuvenation. So this is what exactly the line of treatment is. Some immunity enhancers of single drugs are there mentioned in the Ayurveda. We might know Gulvel or the Guruchi, Dinospora cordypolia, consuming a 500 to 1000 milligram of the aqueous extract of the Guruchi. Amla, that is Amalki, that is the consumption of the fresh amla fruit, Indian gooseberry, what we call Imlica apicinalis is the Latin name. Amla candy is also advisable. Haridra, might be knowing very well, gargling with the warm water added with the turmeric powder and the pinch of the salt. Tulsi, that is the frequent sipping of the water pursued with the tulsi, basil leaves, Ocimum santum is the Latin name, should be advised. And most important one is the Chyawanprash, which is called as the lung regenerator. It means it contains the amla, which is the rich source of the vitamin C. It is the natural immunity enhancer and very good in a boosting of the functions of the respiratory system. It is a proven fact that it has a immune modulatory functions. Take a Chyawanprash, 10 gram means 1 tablespoon early in the morning. Sharandara has advised that in each group of age, every person should take a specific rasayana for the health, to keep the healthy persons healthy. Immunity enhances formulation. One is the Chyawanprash, which is already mentioned. Diksha is Draksha Uleha, 10 to 12 milligram, that is the 1 tablespoonful. Another one point is the Indukantam Ghrutam, that is the 10 to 10 gram twice daily before food when hungry. And Arvindasav, 15 to 20 ml with the equal quantity of the warm water after food. And Haridra Khanda, it is prepared by the curcuma longa, 3 to 5 grams intermittently with the honey or the warm water. And two medications that can be helpful in if the fever is there, Maha Sudarshan Vati, 500 milligram, 1 TDS with the lukewarm water. Amrutarishta, that is to 15 to 20 milligram TID with the water after food. If the sore throat is there, Yoshadi Vati, Lavangadi Vati, Khadiradi Vati, 2 tabs PDS. Lakshmi Vilas Ras, 125 milligram TID with the Tambul Swaras after the food. Nasal congestion, that is the Pratishaya, that Haridra Khand is there, Lakshmi Vilas Ras is there, we can use it. If cough is there, that is the dry cough is there, go for the Palisadi Churna, Madhushadi Churna, Sitopaladi Churna or the Tankan Basma. And immunocompromised condition, reduced the Vedic Shamatva, Isanshamani Vati, Agasti Haritiki Rasayan, Chavan Prash Avlev, Brahma Rasayan. These are the Vedic Shamatva to increase the Vedic Shamatva properties with the help of this medicine. Diet guidelines of the COVID management: to a piece of ginger with a pinch of rock salt. Remember, my friends, आलं आणि मीठ याचं कॉम्बिनेशन करायचं आहे. Piece of ginger and the pinch of rock salt 15 to 20 minutes before food to improve the appetite. Lighter to digest food preparations like soups of moong dal and lentil, soups of vegetables, meat soup, khichdi or rice and the moong dal, pulka with the cow's ghee, vegetables like greya, turi, bhendi, etc. Use spices like jeera, black pepper, garlic, coriander, ginger, ajwain already mentioned. If appetite and the digestion improves, start with the house-made normal diet and quality of food as per the appetite. This is very important. Lifestyle modification in the COVID life management: wake up early in the morning around the 5 to 5:30, at least 5 to 5:30 a.m. Ushapana, that is a drink warm water, 100 ml to 640 ml water stored in a copper vessel. This is very important. We should be stored in the copper vessel. Keep watch on daily defecation and the urination. Brushing the teeth with the astringent toothpaste or the powder tongue cleaning. Frequent gargling with the warm water added with the salt and the haldi. 2 drops of anuteli in the each nostril. Oil application daily, at least 1 on head, ear and the foot, feet, that is the sole, what we call, preferably whole body once a week, and light physical exercise. These are the lifestyle modifications for the point. My dear friends, what to take home message? Attend to the 3 pillars, that is the nutrition, sleep and lifestyle. Remember, nutrition is very important. Sleep, that is very important. At least 8 hours, very good sleep is important. Remember, my dear friends. And the lifestyle. Secondly, eat healthy and be healthy. Eating an immunity boosting diet. Do some exercise, yoga, meditation, staying healthy and the panic free. Nasha, Gandusha and massage yourself every day. Support your health with the rasayana and like Chavan Prash. And one more thing is two friends, that is diet and exercise. Go for the good diet, go for the good exercise, which keeps you 100% healthy. What's about the future? My dear friends, future is not bright. Remember, because nature means a biodiversity is disturbed by the human being. So there is an effect on seasons, means the seasons are irregular, and this irregular change in the climate affects the body and mind. So we have to maintain our biodiversity as it is. It is very good reminder for all the persons. Biodiversity we have to keep as it is, otherwise it is very difficult. Control overpopulation. This is one major cause. If we have to survive in the future, we have to control the population. Control on overuse of the natural resources like water, land, forest, sea, etc. These are the natural resources. We have to overuse of these natural resources are very bad habit. So we have to control all these things. Stop overuse of the vehicles, plastic, electricity, over constructions of the roads, dams, and houses, etc. And most important thing is the concept which came in the modern thing, that is the use and throw policy. It is very, very, very. So use and throw policy, we have to think over it. Lack of exercise because of the overuse of the mobile, TV, computer, only for just for the time pass. Because of this, there is a lack of exercise. Overeating as compared to our exercise. Outside food, non-veg, drinks are nothing but a fashion. So avoid all these things. Over travel for the picnic, functions, and for the service, etc. Over travel also makes the unhealthy life. No satisfaction in any field. My dear friends, you go any fields in the social, there is no satisfaction of the human being. Only the thing is how to earn money, which affects the mind and body. Only one thing in our mind which affects the mind and body. If you think over all these things, otherwise the future of the human being is not bright. This coronavirus is one single virus. This is what we call, that is the signal for your future life. If otherwise, it is very difficult. So if you all have to stop the social distancing, if you are interested to stop in a sanitize your hand on and on, if you are interested to stop the wearing mask on face, and if you are all to develop your natural immunity, if to live disease-free life, and if you all have to live long life, then Ayurveda is the only solution for it. My dear friends, any type of viruses, we have to stop. And this is only possible because of Ayurveda only. Because Ayurveda is that science which thinks about the body and mind and which is related with the nature. It thinks nature and the human being is only one and one. If nature destruct, human being will destruct. If human will destruct, nature will destruct. So human being is totally dependent upon the nature. So be aware of the nature to stop any kind of the virus. If there is a delta, ulta, pulta, whatever there is a virus, we have to stop with the help of the Ayurveda, because Ayurveda is very important. Zindagi ke saath bhi, zindagi ke baad bhi, only Ayurveda. So with this, I am going to conclude my lecture. Sarve santu bhavanta sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kachit dukkham abhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. With this, I am very thankful to the organizer and also all the delegates who attended this webinar for the painful awareness. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving insights on power of the Ayurveda. Thank you, sir, for your informative session and wonderful insight on preventive Ayurveda, immunity booster, and curative measures and lifestyle modifications that would surely help to fight against COVID-19 successfully. Thank you so much, sir. I request delegates, if so, there are a few questions in the chat box, sir. Can I read, sir?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. One question from Dr. Jaya ma'am, sir. Please comment on immunity booster available in the market.
So many market preparations are there as a boosting agent to the immunity. So many things. Hundreds of preparations are there. You take any Dabur, you take any Sandu, you take any company of the Ayurveda related company, so many things comes out. Especially Patanjali also develops one thing, immunity booster. So many things are there. But one thing, remember, my dear friends, for example, if you go for the Chyawanprash is not a tonic. Not a tonic. Because the concept of the tonic is not mentioned in the Ayurveda. line of treatment, or the what we call that is the treatment in Ayurveda, is mentioned in the two types: to cure the disease first, that is first line of treatment, and to what we call that is the overcome of that disease, that is the secondary one. And which, for that, if the respiratory system diseases are there, if you overrule that diseases, go for the Chyawanprash. Only Chyawanprash is helpful the which are the disease which are related with the respiratory system, not for the digestive system. Remember, Ayurveda don't know any vitamins, minerals, fats, carbohydrates, etc., etc., etc. But Ayurveda is very well known how it acts in our body. That is very important. So Chyawanprash is not a tonic. It don't go for the advertisement which are mentioned in the TV. So remember, my dear, even though it contains more vitamin C, even though vitamin C also Ayurveda don't know, but Ayurveda know the specific rasa, that is the amla rasa, which helps to increase the immunity which is related with the respiratory system. That is the major thing. So many immunity booster preparations are mentioned in the Ayurveda, but especially the disease, if it is related with the digestive system.
Hello, sir. Sir, please unmute yourself. Hello. Hello, sir. You are not audible, sir.
You see, I
Yeah,
am
yeah,
audible.
sir. Yes, yes, sir. Now audible.
You
Yes.
see, Chyawanprash is not a tonic, because Ayurveda don't know any tonic. Ayurveda don't know any vitamin C. Ayurveda don't know any minerals. Ayurveda don't related with the fats, carbohydrate, proteins, etc., etc. But Ayurveda very well know if we take inside the body, what will happen in the body. It is very well mentioned in the Ayurveda. So you see the diseases are, if diseases are related with the respiratory system, then go for the Chyawanprash. If the diseases are related with the digestive system, some diseases are related with the urinary tract infection, some diseases are related with the circulatory system, there is a different types of the combinations which we call that is the immunity booster. So remember, my friends, common drugs, for example, you might be knowing that is a Tinospora, Cardipoa, Goodwill, what we call. One single drug is not sufficient. And what is the basic thing is the Prakriti Parikshan. Your basic body constituent is very important. According to the health, according to the body constituent, we have to prepare the medicine. That is very important. And this is what the concept of the Ayurveda.
Thank you, sir. I hope that madam got the
Yes.
answer. Yes, ma'am. We hope that you got the answer for your question. Yes, I request Dr. Nilay sir, Nilay Solanki sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Dr. Ashok, sir. Very informative session that we have attended. Sir, I have one question regarding how to improve the health of our lungs in after the post-COVID situation.
You see, sir, post-COVID complications are too much.
Yes,
Some
sir,
are
yes,
related
sir.
with the respiratory system, some are related with the digestive system, some complications are related with the what we call the osteoarthritis like this. There is a very important, you go for the symptoms, what exactly symptoms are, think the symptoms and go for the medication. Otherwise, one common preparation is not possible for that. For example, you see, I have a rash, post-COVID rash. Then I will go for the combination of the skin diseases drugs. For example, there is a haldi, there is a mangista. These are the combinations for that. For example, post-COVID complications having arthritis or what we call the joint pain. You have to change this. We will go for the another combinations. For example, if joint pain is there, go for the Padmakat, go for the Mahayurved Gugul, go for the Mahavat Vidwans. Like this, we have to get the relief. No single drug is possible for that after the
Yes,
post-COVID.
sir.
See the what is the complications and go for the treatment. Then it is possible and 100% curable. That is very important. But diagnosis is very important with the help of the Ayurveda. There is a diagnostic method of Ayurveda. you use the diagnostic method of Ayurveda and go for the line of treatment. One common, that is not a symptomatic treatment. We have to give a diagnostic line of treatment post-COVID. So what is the complication? Based on complication, we have to take the medicine.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. One more question from Dr. Rashmi, ma'am. Please, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Hello. Thank you, first of all, giving me the opportunity to ask a question to respected Dr. Wali, sir. It's a very good and informative session from your college and organizers, and also I am very thankful that I have attended this lecture and part of being this Zoom meeting. Sir, Dr. Wali, sir, should I or all we get your mobile number? Is it possible to share with us or not?
Sure.
Because lots of questions are there in mind, and it is not easy to communicate on this session or during this meeting. So is it possible, or will address whatever you are giving?
Take my mobile number from.
I'll share it with you, ma'am. Dr.
Okay.
Rashmi, you can just ping me.
Sir.
I will share some
Madam,
contact.
Sir will give you my number.
Yeah.
I am working as a consulting Ayurved physician in Kolhapur, Rajarampuri, 3rd lane.
Okay, Kolhapur. You are from Kolhapur.
Yeah.
Okay. And who is giving me the mobile number? I did not get that person.
I'm Dr. John D'Souza.
If you have a pen and paper is there, if you have a pen and paper, note it down. 94.
Yes. 92.
94.
9294.
942328.
9423. Sir.
23 28 0 6 9 7. 94238067. Are you happy?
Okay, sir. Okay, I will repeat, sir. 9423280697.
Yes, sure.
Okay,
After
sir.
9:30 night, call me.
Okay, thanks a lot, sir. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Good day, sir.
I request Pratik, sir, kindly unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Good afternoon, respected Wali, sir, Dr. John, sir. First of all, I thanks to Dr. John, sir, and team TKCP for arranging informative session. Wali, sir, I have one question regarding the COVID-19. Sure. As we know that we can follow all the guidelines regarding the using of a mask and maintaining the safe distance of 6 feet. It's all right. But is any other type of an prevention or any such type of an remedies that are available or you can suggest so that we can take it by our child also, we also, and our elder persons also?
Sir, remember one thing, that preventive measures and curative measures that I already mentioned.
Yes, sir.
For example, preventive measures, if you don't go for the mask, not interested to sanitize your hand, go for Ayurveda. Because the lifestyle, especially the daily routine, or what we call that is the daily regimen and the seasonal regimen, these are the two important things. If you follow all, including your children, if you follow all this daily regimen and the seasonal regimen, I am 100% sure there is increase of immunity and the long life should be there. What will happen? You see, at the night, at 9:30, 10:30, up to 10:30, we have to go for the bed. We have complete at least 8 hours very good sleep. Then your mind and body will be fresh. Otherwise, it is very difficult. Immunity will come down. And we wake up early in the morning. What we call that is the Brahma Murte Uttishta. That is the before 2 hours before sunrise. Meaning maximum that is the 4 to 4:30 a.m. we have to start our day. Why? So many things are there. Already mentioned the ozone layer is there. Some neurotransmitters are changes in that period also. they are boosting our immunity naturally. Remember, sir. So you just go for the lifestyle of the Ayurveda. And also most important is the diet. Daily diet is very important. Very simple diet is sufficient for our body. Nourishment of the body is depend upon the very simple diet. Not for it is not for the what we call it the non-veg or spicy or oily, or even though some difference what we call that is the different foods are there in the market, packed food what we call, that is unhealthy food what we are eating. So what will happen because of today's lifestyle and today's what about the preparation of the food concept is particularly these are the two reasons to decrease our immunity. So go for the daily regimen and what we call that is the seasonal regimen. Already seasons are changed. Now in December there is a rain in Kolhapur. What will happen? And this will in future it will change continuously. There is earthquake, there is a flood, so many things will happen. And this is one single virus is the signal for you, sir. Remember, one COVID-19 is the signal. Remember how to increase our immunity, that is very important. The day will come to increase the immunity. Otherwise, so many viruses will come. To face these viruses, just we have to change our lifestyle, our diet style, and our mind also. That is very important.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, one more question in the chat box from Mr. Saurav. What should be approaches that we should be used while treating the COVID-19 by the herbs?
I don't understand the question, sir.
What should be approach while treating the COVID-19 by using the herbs?
So many herbs are there. Really, 50 lakhs plants are in the whole world. You see, and all majority are plants having an antiviral and what we call that is the antibacterial, antimicrobial properties. Even though what we are eating, that plants that are very important. Or daily, what we call that is the immunity enhancing food is there, especially milk and especially cow milk, especially cow ghee. You put in daily diet, that is very important, which increases your natural immunity with the animal product. Herbs are very important. For example, what you are eating, that is also herb. If you take proper diet, there is no need of other plant at all. Because your diet is itself a plant origin. For example, jawar, for example, rice, for example, dal. What are these? These are for the plant product we are eating. Take a simple diet. Bhakri, bhat, bhaji, amti is sufficient for our body. And sometimes milk, or what we call that is the buttermilk, that is very important. And the important is the ghee. These which nourishes our body, daily routine. Extra food, it is not necessary. What you are doing, what is your exercise, how your calories can burn, you think over it. If exercise is more, go for the heavy diet, no problem. If there is no exercise, no need of diet at all. Simple food is sufficient. Because while taking a food, calories will burn. Calories should be burned, and it is only possible because of exercise. Then go for the diet. भूक लागली तरच माणसानं जेवावं, भूक लागली नसेल तर माणसानं काहीही खाऊ नये, पिऊ नये, जेवू नये. It is a simple concept of the Ayurveda. Appetite, which is the natural resource from the body. भूक लागणं ही शरीराची क्रिया आहे. आणि ही क्रिया जोपर्यंत तुमचं शरीर सिग्नल देत नाही, आता भूक लागली पाहिजे, काहीतरी खायला पाहिजे, तोपर्यंत तुम्ही खायची गरज नाही. What you are doing? 1/2 cup of tea, which contains 1 or the half tablespoon of the sugar, is sufficient for our body for 24 hours. How much tea will get daily? 3, 4, 5 cups. How it is possible? So think what we are eating and what we are doing, what the exercise, what the heavy work we are doing, because it should be a balanced state. Diet and exercise. If you keep in the balanced state, you will be healthy. The diet is more and exercise is less, you are the unhealthy. So samadosha, samagnicha, samadhatu malakriya, prasanna atma indriya mana sastiti bhirte. This is what the concept of the all things should be in a balanced state. Sama means a balance, balanced state. That is very, very important. Mind should be also balanced state, not only body, because body and mind, they are one and one. मन आणि शरीर हे एकाच नाण्याच्या दोन बाजू आहेत. त्यामुळं तुमचं मन चांगलं असेल तर शरीर चांगलं असतं, शरीर चांगलं असेल तर मन चांगलं असतं. एवं लोकसम्मतः पुरुषा यावन्ति लोके भावविशेषा means what is in the nature, that is in our body, and what is in our body, that is in the nature. So nature and human being is only one and one. Remember it. If nature is good, human being will remain good. What will happen today? I don't go in the details. I think it is sufficient for you.
Thank you so much, sir. If any more question from delegates, then kindly unmute yourself and ask the question to sir.
Wali sir, I have one thing to, for the delegates. How should they be sorry for the interruption. How we all, the researchers in maybe like allopathic science do start researching Ayurveda, and what is your opinion how we should proceed in exploring herbs been mentioned in Ayurvedic science?
Yes, so the base of the Ayurveda and the base of the allopathy science is totally different. We think about the nature. Our basic concept is nature and human being is each one and only one. What is in the nature, that is in our body, what is in our, that is. But the base of the allopathy science is totally different. What we will doing, for example, one plant, how it acts in the body, Ayurveda already mentioned. But what the modern science will, they go for the chemical composition or the chemical analysis. For example, what it contains some amount of the alkaloids, glycolides, some like this. But this is what exactly Ayurveda mentioned. Ayurveda says, take the food as it is and insert in the body. Body will take the other reactions there in the body. And that helps to body, what we call that is the immunity of, to increase the immunity of the body. What we call that is the Vedic Shabbat. But modern science will, what is they? This is, for example, Tenus cardibia, it having the immunity enhanced properties. This is the plant, it having the immunity enhanced properties. So make the all plants together and make one powder. See what will happen. It is not possible for that, because body constituent or the post-COVID complications, what exactly that symptoms is, which is related with which system. It is related with the circulatory system, it is related with the urinary system, it is related with the cardiac system. Remember it. All systems are working together in the body, not separate. So digestive system, that is very important, and we think the digestive power, that is digestive fire, what we call that is the Agni, is very important. Up to cell level in the body, there is a digestion. To maintain the Agni, this is the prime aim of the Ayurveda, which not mentioned in the allopathic sciences. For example, one crocin can easily will get for the pyrexia. For example, 500 milligrams or 650 milligrams of paracetamol, if you take for the pyrexia, it's okay. That is the chemical reaction of that paracetamol. This is not happened in the Ayurveda. Ayurveda is see, till yesterday there is no temperature. Why today temperature comes? What happened? What change happens in the body? That we have to think. So go for the cause, then for the symptoms, then for the management. This is the concept of the Ayurveda.
Sir, for the recognition, we need to explore their phytoceuticals, and for the for the sake of balancing with what Ayurveda say, we should continue using the herbs the way been said in Ayurveda. Is it so?
Yeah.
Great. So for the recognition, we will have to explore them for their phytoceuticals.
Yes, sir.
And for,
Today's
and
need.
for the treatment,
Analysis
we should
of
follow
today's-
whatever is said in Ayurvedic science,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. There are so many comments from the delegates, appreciation comments from the delegates. in the
Sir,
chat box.
I could say that even all the delegates have liked your session very much. Lots
Thank you,
of
sir. Thank you.
appreciation is coming in the chat box.
Okay. Thank you.
So thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, delegates. I would like to take this opportunity to express my sincere thanks to Dr. Wali, sir. We truly appreciate your dedication for sharing your precious knowledge with us, despite your demanding commitments and busy schedule. Thank you, sir, for gracing the STTP with your presence. We would like to take this opportunity to felicitate our guest speaker with a appreciation certificate. May I request coordinator Dr. John, sir, to do the honor, please, sir. I request Professor Chavan, sir, for the display of certificate.
Sir, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot for sharing your
Thank you, sir.
valuable understanding and knowledge, expertise in Ayurveda. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I request all the dignitaries and delegates, participants, kindly on your video modes. So we will take photo with our speaker for this session. Please, delegates.
Sir, can I leave?
Sir, एक
sir,
सेकंड
wait.
फक्त फोटो घेतात एक सेकंड.
Okay, okay.
It's kind request to all delegates to put their video mode on for taking a snapshot with Dr. Wali, sir. I request Chavan, sir, please proceed for the photo.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, respected Wali, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Namaste. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. We end with this day 2 session here. Thank you one and all.
We'll meet tomorrow sharp at 10:30 a.m.